You forgot to cook the food. Who got to pay today? Food wasn't no good. Come on. Keep it to yourself. Come on. Hey, have to pay. Come on.
Chris Tucker knows everybody in Hollywood, and nobody, not even Michael Jackson, could keep a straight face around him. Presidents, superstars, his own mother. Every story sounds made up, and every single one is true. These are his funniest moments.
What is your family's reaction to your success?
Oh, they all quit their jobs when they found out I was making $20 million a year. They said, we rich. I was like, no, I'm rich. You get your jobs back before it's too late.
Is Donald Trump your president? What, do you consider him your president?
Do you mean Donald? Are you serious? Believe me. Believe me. I know Chris Tucker. He's a great comedian, great guy. I like him. It's true. I do like him. I met him. I didn't say much, but I said hello.
Speaking of your experiences in America, I've just been signaled that we have a special guest who's come in to say hello to you. Kind of a surprise for us all, but backstage we have Mr. Chris Tucker, Jackie's co-star in Rush Hour. Chris Tucker.
What's up, Jack?
Sit down.
Most celebrities know a few famous people. Chris Tucker collects them. His friends have been testing him on this for years, and the man has never once lost the game.
He knows everybody. Like, I'm not even kidding. You can bring up a name. It doesn't matter if it's like Muhammad Ali, Paul McCartney, Jesus. You know, Chris is like, yeah, that's my boy. I'm like, what do you mean that's your boy? How do you know?
What about like Stevie Wonder? You know Stevie Wonder?
I know Stevie. Stevie's, oh man, he called me.
Keep trying. You're gonna have to go way deep into Stevie Wonder. I was like,
that's
you
so
know,
cool.
Muhammad Ali is one. He was like, yeah, I met Muhammad. I know Muhammad. I was like,
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali?
He said, you a funny mother Tucker. I said, Met Mandela.
Oh my God.
Went to Africa, and he was like, where is Chris Tucker? I want him to meet my grandkids.
Now you know I want to be Chris Tucker.
One night at Barry Gibb's house, Chris walked into a private concert that money literally cannot buy. To this day, he is basically the only witness, and nobody believed him anyway.
Went over Barry Gibb's house from the Bee Gees. You know, Barry Gibbs. I was like, damn, this is fly. And all of a sudden, both of them started singing. They were singing, How Deep Is Your Love? I said, God damn. It was just me and a dog looking. The dog was even surprised, like, damn, this is fly. So they start singing. Michael started singing first. Man, I never heard him sing live before. He was like, how deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to know. And I got caught up and came in. Come to you on a summer breeze, and you know I can say, and you know it. And Michael was like, Chris, no. I used to get on teachers' nerves. They used to hate me. They used to get mad. They say, listen, Chris, if you act up again, I'm gonna call your mama. I said, if you're gonna call my mama, you're gonna have to pay the phone bill because the phone been cut off for 2 weeks. He's sick. Go to the principal's office. But I didn't care. Because I was in the principal's office so much, I was cool with the principal. We were tight. He'd be like, what you do this time? Call my mama, pay the phone bill. Man, you crazy. You a fool, Chris. You a fool, boy.
Fame changes how strangers treat you everywhere on Earth. Except apparently in Atlanta, where Chris learned his hometown has its own rules about celebrities.
I think stars live in Hollywood. You live in Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta. I'm from Decatur, Georgia. So I'm back and forth. I'm halfway in California and I'm halfway in Georgia, man. So I love it down there.
Do they leave you alone in Atlanta?
Sometimes it's because they don't see a lot of celebrities, so they be coming up to me, looking at me like, hey, man, you? I'll be like, yeah, I'm me. You? I'll be like, what you doing out here in the grocery store shopping? I gotta eat too. I'm getting some food. You think I'm a superhero? Get away from my cart, man.
May I offer you some peanuts? Shishi. Ni shishi? Shishi ni.
See, how different is that? My English, you even cannot say 3 words. Chinese.
Some lunch.
Some lunch.
I got it before, Jack.
See, now you know how difficult I am. Look at this.
One trip to the mall, Michael decided a disguise would solve everything. Out of every mask on the planet, he picked the one guaranteed to start a riot.
One time we went to a mall. We was out. Michael wanted to go to the record store or something, and he forgot he was famous. He was like, I gotta go to the mall. Go to the mall. And we finally said, Michael, you can't go in the mall, man. You forgot who you are. He said, well, let's go. And it was only thing was in the car was a Spider-Man mask. So Michael said, I'll put this on. We'll go in and we get. I said, Michael, you can't do that. Spider-Man ain't gonna just be walking through the mall. Ain't nobody. They gonna know it's you, Michael. He's like, no, he won't. Chris, it'll work. It'll work. We go in the mall, and he was getting away with it until people figured it out, because I was with him, and he was like, Chris, is that Michael Jackson, that Spider-Man mask? No, that's Spider-Man. That's Michael Jackson. All of a sudden, the mall went crazy, and they had to scoot us out. You should have seen it.
Touring the world with Rush Hour took Chris to places where he stood out just a little. When he landed in Hong Kong, the locals recognized him immediately. Sort of.
How did you feel? Because see, my fear is that all people in Hong Kong will think all Americans now are like Chris Tucker.
Oh, man. Hong Kong. I was the only black person in Hong Kong. I was looking for black people. I said, where are the black people at? No black people, no. They thought I was Kobe Bryant, man. They didn't know who I was.
Really, Kobe Bryant?
Like, Kobe, send my autograph, Kobe. We love you. Where's Shaq?
Jackie Chan. Is it just ridiculous?
He's the man. Jackie owned everything. He's like, you like hotel? He said, you like hotel? I said, yeah, it's my hotel. That's my hotel. No. So I got to do more movies. And then he was like, wow, you over here. I said, I came to see you. What do you think I'm over here for? You're the only person I know in China.
But he really just goes over and just like
walks around with like 15 people, and then I'm like in the back of the 15 people. Jackie, wait up, hold up. This don't look right, man. We're supposed to be together. He's like, oh, come on, restaurant. We go to the restaurant.
Imagine Michael Jackson personally calling your house and your assistant hanging up on him. That is a real thing that happened to Chris Tucker, and his reaction when he woke up is exactly what you would expect.
Have you introduced Jackie to Michael yet?
I don't know. I don't know. Michael wanted to meet Jackie, though. He always said me, I want to meet Jackie.
He did call me. I was just sleeping. He called my assistant to answer the phone. Can I have a... Who's speaking? This is Michael. My assistant. Michael what? Michael Jackson. Okay. Sorry. Then I hang up the phone, then afternoon I wake up, because I'm in a late night show. Then I wake up, Big Brother, they call me Big Brother. You know who? Michael Jackson. I said, no. Yes, Michael Jackson called. I said, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you call me?
He talked so low, he probably thought somebody was playing on the phone.
Yeah, well, it could have been that could have been the case.
Speak up, Michael Jackson. Critter, beat it.
Well,
being friends with Bill Clinton sounds impressive, until you find out what the job actually involves. Chris got dragged across an entire continent as the president's personal entertainment system, and quitting was not on the menu.
I went to Africa one time with Bill Clinton. He invited me to Africa, man. He invited me. He said, Tucker, you want to go to Africa with me? I think you'll like it. You're black. I'm black. I think you'll like it. So I started doing the impressions, man. Everywhere we went, he wanted me to do them. We in little parties at night. Tucker, come do me. Come do me. Come on over here. Every country we went to, finally I got tired. We got to Nigeria. He wanted me to do it in front of the president of Nigeria. He said, Tucker, come on. Come do me. Come do me. Don't act like that. Come on. I said, Mr. President, I'm tired. You know, it's been a long trip. Maybe I won't do it this time. Tucker, come on now. I need you. I done set it up now. Come on, don't let me down. You want to ride home, right? Huh? You want to ride commercial or private? You let me know, Tucker.
Charlie let me borrow his Ferrari, man, when I was like, I don't know, 24, something like that. It's like, Charlie, let me borrow your Ferrari. He was like, okay, sure. I was like, what? I kept that Ferrari so long, he forgot I had it. He said, do you have my Ferrari? I said, I think I do. He said, you want to bring it back? Okay.
Success came with a side effect nobody warns you about: relatives with a payment plan. Chris's family treated his bank account like a public service.
But my brothers, they was all laughing at me like, all right, I'm gonna come down and see you perform. And I invited them down to the comedy club, and they was down there, and I was on the list, but you know, being a comedian, you might not get to go up.
It's not guaranteed.
So I didn't get to go up that night, so I had to ride all the way home, and they was in the car. I thought you was a comedian. You know, God, you didn't go up and all this stuff, and I said, okay, one day I'm gonna go up, y'all gonna see. So now they ask me for money every day, and I said, I thought you was gonna pay me back.
I spend a lot of money to see Michael. Because I took a private plane to New York. Because Michael told me, when you finish Rush Hour, come see it. So I knew he was there. I called him before I went because I was going there for something else. And I didn't hear anything. So I got on that same private plane, flew back to Los Angeles. I was done. As soon as I landed, I got a message from Michael Jackson's office like, Michael, want to meet you tomorrow in New York City. I was like, what? I went right up to the captain's seat and I said, take me back to New York. They said, well, is this going to cost? I said, I don't care. You got my credit card. Just take me back.
When the first big checks rolled in, Chris made some classic rookie purchases. His solution to the entire concept of Neighbors remains the most expensive one in history.
What did you spend money on?
I was spending too much money. I was just acting crazy. I bought 2 houses right next door to each other. It was crazy. I said, I'll take that one too. I don't want nobody to mess with me. I was borrowing stuff for myself. I said, you got some sugar I can borrow? You know we got some sugar. I'm you and you me, man.
Not everybody was after Chris's money. Jackie Chan had the opposite policy, and it nearly bankrupted Chris out of pure politeness.
First Rush Hour, Jackie Chan would give me a gift. Every day he'd send it to my trailer. Yeah, I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, he's so nice. And I had to buy him something after a while. I said, I gotta get him something. But then I realized he's from China. They make everything over there. He was getting it for free anyway. Chris, shut up. You hear me? Shut up. And I knew she couldn't get up and move because it was in the middle of the church. So I said, Mama, you shut up, Mama. Mama. Are you done lost your mind, Chris? Now I said, shut up, boy. Mama, I said, shut up, lady. You wait till after church. You wait till after church, Chris. Now, Mama, you wait till after church, Mama. You hear me? You wait till after church, Mama. You don't think somebody no breakfast? Oh, you done went crazy, boy. My mama's so mad at me, they thought she was shouting. She mad at me. Oh, Lord, I'ma get him, Lord, I'ma get him.
In the Tucker household, Sunday mornings were not up for discussion. His mother had a system, and the system did not care about anybody's schedule.
Get up, you are going to church. Mama, can't the preacher come here sometimes? Get up, you are going to church. Make me sick. Making me late. She always talking about we making her late, and she ain't dressed neither. Walking around with her bra on. You are making me late. I can't get dressed fooling around with y'all.
At one point, Chris hired his entire family to run his comedy club. It went exactly the way you think it went, and shutting it down turned into a family crisis with his own dad.
Don't have your family working for you.
Okay.
In the comedy club. Because my family worked for me in my comedy club, and I went there. The club wasn't making no money, but everybody had new cars. And that's what... My brother was drinking up all the inventory. He's like, I gotta try this stuff, man. Make sure it ain't strong. I said, man,
How long did it last?
About a year. That was it.
Who made the call to shut it down?
I did.
You
I was
did.
like, this is over. I'm not making no money. This is gonna mess up my movie money.
Were they upset with you?
My dad was upset with me because he was the cook. He was like, what am I gonna do now? I said, be my daddy.
Chris played a cop across 3 straight movies. His feelings about the real ones did not soften one single bit.
Cops get on my nerve though, cause they ask stupid questions. I was driving one time. The cop said, "Didn't you see me back there? Why you start speeding up?" I said, "Cause you was catching up. That's why I started." You stupid stuff. Pay this ticket. Yo, you paying for me. I just throw the tickets out there when they get mad. I think cops are childish. Hiding in the woods waiting for somebody to speed. That's childish. Tired of talking to squirrels and birds. They want to pull you over and talk to you. That's all they want to do is talk.
That's all they
Why
want.
you ain't got your seatbelt on?
Cause I wanna die, I wanna die. Oh, you think I ain't got it on? I forgot it. If you care about me, don't give me a ticket. Let me go. Just tell me to put it on. They don't care about you.
If Chris Tucker made you laugh even half as hard as he made Michael Jackson laugh, you know what to do. There is a lot more where this came from.